Alright, let's close this file. Here, this panel that we already learned, let's guys click it, move it here inside this. So now you have these two panels that we learned in one tab. If you click here in the layer and click here in the swatches, so it's not gonna take lots of your space here. But it's up to you guys. If you can manage it anywhere that you want, you can make it smaller, put it here. I already talked about the panels for you, so it's up to you how you want to manage it. Okay, let's talk about history. Okay, it's not what you think. We're not gonna talk about the history of the world or the country or what happens. We're gonna talk about the history of your document. All right, I want you guys to go click on the window. Then here, history, open this one. So what is this history? So actually, whatever you do here, like if I create a new layer, as you see, it's right here, new layer. Then I use my brush, I make 3 different colors, 3 different lines here. As you can see, in the history, whatever I do, it will be recorded here. So whenever I go to my history, I just click here, I go to that step, like here, or the time that I create this new document. See, so whatever I do, it will record here. And when I click, it will go to the same step that I was. Like if I just click here, it goes directly to the part that I have 2 lines. And if I continue my work, it actually will erase the rest of it and it will start rewriting it like, okay, now the green line, no, my yellow line. So basically when you do something and you want to undo it, you can easily go here. Like if I make mistake, I create this line here. I don't want this line to be here. I can easily go here. I go 1 step behind and that line go. If I want to go another step behind, also remove this other line, simply I go 1 more step behind. So other thing that you can do is you can also go here on the edit. As you can see, you have 3 options here: undo, step forward, and step backward. Okay, the term undo in the Photoshop doesn't look like the other undo. Like if you're using the other program, then you just click on the undo, and it's start actually doing the same thing. It start going backward. Okay, but in the Photoshop, the undo actually is just the last thing that you did. Like if I put that line here, then I click on the undo, okay, it removed this. But if I click on the undo again, actually it will redo it. So I don't have unlimited undo. I just can do 1 undo, and then if I try to do the undo again, it will just bring that my last action. Because actually, as I said before, undo means undoing the last thing that you do. No, if I undo, I already make the brush, I undo it. Okay, so now what is the last thing that I did? I was removing this line. So if I want to undo again, actually it will bring the line back for me. So you just have 1 undo. You can just do 1 action, undo. The rest of the things, if you want to do several, actually we use the term step forward and step backward. If you click a step backward, again a step backward, and if you click a step forward, is start doing whatever that you did before. So basically it's the same thing here. If you go here, it is step backward, and if you go here, it's a step forward. That's how you can undo the things inside the Photoshop. Of course, you can also see the shortcut for that, Control and Z. That's just for doing the undo. If you hold the Shift, Control and Z, you will step forward, and if you Alt Control Z, you go backward. Like if you create lots of line here, then that's how you can go Alt Control and Z, you will go backward, and if you Shift Control Z, you will go forward. Anyway, if you have this here and you directly use the history panel, you don't really need to worry about this going there or what was the shortcut. You can easily go here and choose the step that you were in. Like if I do lots of things, then I change the color, put here, I create another layer, I make another line here, then I erase all of these, then I create another layer, for example, I make it here, then I move it here. You see, everything is written here. Even if you remove something, my brush, new layer, erase, I can just go anytime that I want. I go back to my history, like I make this file, I'm not happy with it at all, but I don't want to start from the scratch. I go from here. I started like when we have already 4 lines. Okay, so this history by when you just have your Photoshop and you already installed your Photoshop, it just keep 20 of your actions. So actually when you're done with the 20 actions, you do your 20 first action, it start deleting from the top. Okay, so it has 20 limits, but you can increase it. So all you need to do is to edit, you go here, and then this time you go to the performance. Here, history status, I put it under 500. The maximum is 1000, and the minimum is just 1, which is kind of useless. So you can choose what you want. I think the 500 is good. You can also make it 1000, but remember, the more history status that you have, it's gonna catch more of your RAM, because it have to actually remember everything. It has to hold everything on the memory, so whenever you want you can go back on this. So if your memory is not strong enough, if your computer is not strong enough, do not put it on the 1000 or the 500. You can even work with 200. That will be enough. 100 or 200, that will be enough. Depends on the work that you're gonna do. Like if you're gonna do web design or the logo design, I'm not even sure that you're gonna even reach 300 steps to doing that. But of course, if you are doing the digital arts or the drawing, because every single line that you're gonna draw, it will record here, so you're gonna have lots of history. Even the 1000, when you put after 30 minutes, you can see that it's start recording from the top to bottom. It's already your previous work are gone. Okay, there are several things that you can do with the history here, but we're not gonna talk about it now. We're gonna talk about it in the next lesson when we talk about this history brush tool. That's the time that we're gonna completely talk about the history. For now, I just want you guys know how to undo or redo the things that you are doing. So when you are practicing with the brush tool and the eraser and the other stuff, you won't have a problem. So that was it for this lesson. Actually, it's get longer than I was imagining, because this actually the layers was very important to talk about. Also, we talk about the brush, which is also very important things. But the lessons won't be that much long. I try to make it shorter so it will be easier for you. Okay. So until the next video, for now.